it still looks to everyone else like you've got the standard Porsche head unit, but it's got so much more functionality now. Brings the interior up to date in terms of user interface, working with your phone, so you can actually use these cars at the weekend on a journey and not worry about connectivity or have you got the right navigation system. Hi, this is Raj from MR Sportscars. In this video I'm going to talk about adding CarPlay as a hidden mod to a 997 Gen 2, just like this one here. This one's had it installed, the NM Automotive system, for around 18 months, and it's been working absolutely brilliantly. We've just taken this car in, and I didn't actually realise initially it had it because it's that well hidden in the car. There's no additional wires. The PCM works exactly as it should. In fact, I ran this car for a couple of hours from where I picked it up and didn't even realise it had the CarPlay system. It was all working seamlessly, paired with my phone on the PCM system. The sat-nav was working perfectly as well, the standard UK and Europe hard drive system. And even when you click source, it's got the auxiliary there, which actually you use if you want the sound from the CarPlay system to play through the car. Now, to access the CarPlay system, you need to hold down two buttons. So source and info, hold them down. So normally if a car hasn't got CarPlay, it will just show that system version page instead of what you're seeing here. And this is already paired to my phone, which is about to run out of battery, but it's got the full, mine's an Apple, so it's the CarPlay. This does actually also work with Android Auto as well. So you can see, let me go to that one. Go to the home. So you've got CarPlay, you've got AirPlay, you've got Android Auto, Auto Link, all these different things. You can actually also retrofit cameras to the car as well on the outside, so you can see where you're reversing. But this car has just got the head unit, the head unit installation, as well as an additional microphone if you're using the phone functionality through the NM Automotive system rather than the PCM phone. Then you would use that. And to pair phones, it's quite straightforward. So you'd go to this menu here. You can add a wireless device there. You can delete devices there as well. Manage the list, and you can do a full factory reset as well. Now, in the settings menu, the setup menu, you've also got some really cool stuff, like which you don't have as part of the standard PCM system, which is an equalizer. So you can actually adjust the sound depending on what type of music you like to listen to, and you can even do a custom one as well, so you can just change stuff. And the touchscreen all works as it should. The only thing I would say is that the swiping, where's CarPlay? There we go. Sorry, my phone. Let me just grab my phone. My phone was actually out of the car, so it's a little bit far away. So let me put it there. So there we go. CarPlay's enabled on my phone. You have to give it permission when you first set it up as well to allow it to use CarPlay when you set it up on this system. So there is the CarPlay, fully working from my phone, which has all the apps that are on my phone that are compatible with CarPlay. So things like Google Maps fully works and is fully up to date. So you've got live sat-nav rather than just the slightly outdated PCM system, which I think at most will be 2016. You can also run Waze as well, which is also great. And then any sort of digital radio apps as well also work, as I said, with the sound set on. And that sounds great. So that all works as it should. And at any point, if you get a phone call, it will actually divert to the PCM phone as well. And you may need to play around with the settings of that, but you've got the ability to either use the PCM phone, or you can use the Android Auto phone, and it will use this microphone rather than the built-in microphone, which I think is in the column here of the steering wheel. But what's great is that as soon as you want to, and it automatically pairs with your phone every time you get in, it's ready to go, and you just press source and info to switch back to the PCM, and then you can change the source back to the CD, DVD, or the radio, and the maps are all working. So the two systems actually work side by side in parallel. They're using the screen. Oh, the one thing I did want to show you actually quickly was the scrolling. Once you're in here, you should be able to scroll across, and sometimes it doesn't work very well. Okay, it's worked for me now. Sometimes it doesn't work. The system isn't too laggy, but it's obviously more laggy than a system from like a 2020 plus car that works a lot faster. You're going to have some compromises. This is a 2010 car. This head unit was probably designed in 2006, 2007, possibly 2008. To get it working with modern Bluetooth, modern interactivity is a real challenge, and it's great that people have done it, and you kind of have to put up with some of the little quirks, such as the swiping not always working. What you can do as an alternative is use the wheel just like you would on the PCM system, and then just select something and back. So it's really good because it uses all of the controls that the stereo uses, or a lot of them. Some of them will not work because they're on the PCM system, but the buttons it needs work as they should, or you can use the touch screen. And then, as I said, to just switch between, you just hold down source and info for a couple of seconds and it switches back. And you've got everything as it was. I mean, you can DIY install this. You can remove the PCM from the dashboard, install all the motherboards and everything, all the wiring. I would recommend a professional do it for you, because if something goes wrong, then you've got someone who can fix it. If it all goes right, then yeah, you've saved a bit of money. But I would recommend a specialist. Most Porsche specialists do actually do this service now, and it's getting very common now. As I said, this car's had it for 18 months, and it's been working perfectly fine. Still works as it should. And initially, when you first boot it up, when the car's been switched off, you get in the car, it might be slightly laggy, but it does catch up with itself and it starts working quite quickly, as you saw in my video just now. So I hope you found this video useful about retrofitting CarPlay. For me, it's a better alternative to fitting a head unit, like a Pioneer, Sony, that kind of thing. It still looks to everyone else like you've got the standard Porsche head unit, but it's got so much more functionality now, brings the interior up to date in terms of user interface, working with your phone, so you can actually use these cars at the weekend on a journey and not worry about connectivity or have you got the right navigation system. It's all there in the standard screen working, and it will play the audio instructions as well. So I actually think this solution is better than what Porsche are going to release, the Porsche Classic updated head unit, because that will be likely over £1,000. This install is around £600 or £700, depending on who you go to, and it just keeps all of the existing functionality. Don't get me wrong, if you have a malfunctioning PCM that's constantly restarting and needs a new power board, for example, then yes, when Porsche bring out their one, get theirs. But other than that, if you've got a fully working PCM system, then just get this upgrade done. If you do want that added up-to-date technology. Some people don't. Some people prefer it being as original and just putting up with it, because you would have had to have done that back in 2009, 2010, 2011 for examples. So yeah, it's really up to you, but I think that's a really nice bit of technology. And as I said, if you don't know it's there, if you haven't been told it's there, you won't know it's there. So thanks for watching this video. If you did find it useful, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do like this video, and if you have any questions about CarPlay and retrofitting in a 997 Gen 2, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for watching.